fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But it's in, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. Here we go. Set. Watch the ship. Hey. Ready?
They'll run it here. This is James White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now!
54's Mike. Check. Walk 54.
Get that quarterback! Go!
Second and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Stanley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot, Devin McCourty. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Terrence Brooks with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Delta.
54's Mike. Check.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jacobs. 7 yards there and a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Second and 10 now from the 27. On second down, they'll run with White. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Smooth. 22, Mike 22. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Let's go.
On third down, Stanley. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Ready, set.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Back up. Go.
Mike 54. It's our time.
Operating from the gun. Stanley, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Going on the ground, it's White. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Mike 54. You got nothing left. You got nothing.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's White. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Looking to throw. Stanley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. In this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A pass there complete to Sutton. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Hey, you got 3,
The setup to throw. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From a yard out, and the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first.
The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Get it. On 1st and 10, Stanley. That's complete to the fullback, James Devlin. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, Stanley. He completes this one to Mack.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, shoot. Hey, Jet.
Operating from the gun, Stanley. He's got Sanu. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Hey, team 6. Now.
Throwing on first down, Stanley. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On the toss, here's Michel. Open space inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gostkowski the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And an alley to run. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. And always a good first half when you
feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Leo!
A give to Michelle running right. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
15 line.
From the gun, Stanley. And this one brought in by Sanu. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On the draw, here's White. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To throw on 2nd down, Stanley. Here's Sanu on the catch. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Get him, boys! Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Go! Check. 47.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stanley. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 4 yards out. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll let it fly for Austin. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Tavon Austin. Incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Bravo!
Mike 51! Mike 51! I got it! Bring it.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go. At their own 8-yard line.
Ready?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Hey, that QB's traps. Let's go.
You draw quarters.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, White, shelter.
Switch it.
Ready?
Second and 1. This is the tight end fan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
61, matchbox, lights. Big rip.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A first down run, good for about 3. Second and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Let's go.
Look, squeeze. Hit it.
They stay on the ground with White. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Stanley over the middle, complete. It's Mack. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Look at me. Zipper.
Let's get it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch. Let's go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
54.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, the fumble to turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
80 weapon. Get it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. Third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They're going to look to throw. A little check down to Lindsey. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line.
10-2 stop.
Back to you.
Pilot, 64, weak.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
SOS. Check 31.
5.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd and 14. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish.
And he'll get in! Touchdown, Denver! Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Orbit.
Mike 47.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jacobs. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Picking passes off.
Go down.
To throw again on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Fair.
Under 10.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Mack. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last catch nearly got them a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Stanley. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And the Patriot first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Stanley. Back of the end zone.
Downfield, and look, it doesn't matter whether you trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that